From the Lower Colorado River Authority, this is Wavelength.
The creation of this new river authority will help electrify rural Texas.
And so today, we gather here to dedicate this mighty structure, the Cannondale.
This has been a great organization for 70 years, and it's going to be a great organization for a long time to come. Hi everyone, and welcome to this special edition of Wavelength. At their May meeting, the LCRA Board of Directors approved this fiscal year 2006 business plan, which focuses on providing energy, water, and community services to the millions of people who live, work, and recreate in the region we serve. I wish that I could personally visit with each and every work group throughout the organization about this very important topic. Since that just isn't practical, we'll visit via Wavelength. First of all, our long-term strategic plan, Vision 2010, has established the direction and keys to success for our organization. This 2006 business plan serves as the roadmap to guide LCRA toward those future goals. The budget reflects a stable organization that is growing as we respond to the needs of the communities we serve. The majority of our revenue comes from the sale of electricity. As the region grows, our revenues grow. Revenues are up 2.6% from last year. The business plan sets an operating budget of $644 million. This is an increase of 2.3%, mainly due to an increase in the cost of generation fuel, such as coal and natural gas. The capital budget is set at $380 million. $244 million of this is for transmission projects. The remainder covers water, wastewater projects, dams, generation system improvements, parks, and corporate facilities. Last year about this time, my bosses, the LCRA Board of Directors, told me they wanted to see a change in the way the business plan was developed and presented to them. So we immediately went to work on that.
And so this year, Joe told us to design a process that was completely different, with the whole purpose being to engage the board in good policy discussion. The board loved it. It was great. They told us, we have to trust you guys, staff, on the numbers. We got to count on you to get those right. We want to give you some good direction on strategic and policy issues. And we set it up to do that. And frankly, it worked like a charm. I was actually extremely proud and pleased with how well the board was able to give us the direction that we needed.
Each of our business units, wholesale power services, transmission services, water services, community services, and corporate services, has a tremendous amount of work ahead of them this next year. Right now, we're going to take a look at the major projects and challenges facing each business unit.
Wholesale Power Services operates, maintains, and manages LCRA's generating assets and provides energy services to our wholesale electric customers. As the primary source of revenue for LCRA, Wholesale Power Services will be the foundation of our success through Vision 2010 and beyond. LCRA maintains a diverse power generation portfolio, including coal, natural gas, hydroelectric units, and wind power purchases from West Texas. This electric power serves 42 city-owned utilities and electric cooperatives and over 1 million people in our 53-county electric service area. Smithville Rail Fleet Maintenance Facility keeps LCRA's 1,500 coal cars in tip-top shape so they can keep the coal flowing from Wyoming to the Fayette Power Project. The Hillby Gas Storage Facility in Bastrop County can store 4 billion cubic feet of natural gas to supply our gas-fired power plants. This facility gives LCRA a tremendous tool to help control fuel costs.
Last year we established a goal that we were going to strive to keep our non-fuel cost per kilowatt hour constant if we could out into the future. Now last year that was our goal, our first year into it. This is the first business plan we've had since then to see, all right, how are we doing? Can we make it? How are we controlling our cost, both internally to WPS and the corporate costs that are allocated to us? And it's great news for us and our customers because we see that we're going to be able to not only hold that for this current fiscal year, FY06, but we think and we're projecting that we'll be able to hold that out into the future. One of the financial impacts we still have is still paying the down payment for the second half of the Lost Pines unit that we acquired a year and a half ago. So in this business plan, we continue to charge our customers, if you will, the equity or the down payment for that plant. That's incorporated in this business plan for this coming fiscal year. In addition to that, as we look in the out years now, we're starting to see some additional capital investment in our plants, especially at Fayette as we meet the criterion that we were required to meet in our flex permit. Wholesale Power Services is very much focused on our customers and providing good customer service. Part of that is the financial commitment that we have to them, holding our rates as constant and as low as we can, as I've mentioned. But it's also as we look out even into the longer term beyond just FY06. And discussions are underway with all of our customers now about continuing our relationship beyond the contract that we currently have in place.
Transmission Services designs, builds, operates, and maintains transmission lines and substations that help deliver electricity throughout much of Texas.
The Texas population and economy are growing, and so is the need for a transmission network to deliver more electricity reliably and economically. LCRA's affiliate, Transmission Services Corporation, is responding to this need through more than 60 major projects over the next 5 years. Transmission Services continues to offer a variety of services to our wholesale customers, which help ensure affordability, reliability, and safety of the electric system, including engineering and design services, equipment testing, tree trimming, and system planning.
Well, for Transmission Services, the FY 2006 business plan is largely a continuation of long-term strategic plan that was put in place back in fiscal year 2002 with the creation of the LCRA Transmission Services Corporation. The mission of the corporation is to provide low-cost transmission services throughout ERCOT, and you'll see a continuation of significant investment in capital for building new facilities throughout ERCOT. The 5-year projections are about $500 million in Central Texas alone, and then areas outside of Central Texas will be investing about $185 million in new capital investment for facilities in those areas. The other areas of focus that you'll see in the business plan are a stable environment in our operations and maintenance costs. We've been through significant growth in our business unit in the past several fiscal years, but we're really projecting a much more stable environment in terms of employees, numbers of employees, and total operations and maintenance cost. The third area of focus will be to continue to strengthen our relationships with key entities outside of LCRA that have a significant impact on our business, and the main two that we continue to target are ERCOT and the PUC. ERCOT from the standpoint of continuing to play a role in the planning and policy for building new transmission throughout the region. And then PUC for the obvious reasons that the role they play in approving new projects and routes and our rates to support our business.
Water Services manages the Lower Colorado River during floods and drought, protects the water of the Colorado and its lakes and tributaries, and provides a growing population with water and wastewater utility services. The quality of life for millions of people depends on LCRA's ability to regulate the fluctuations in water resources, reduce the risk of flood damages, and balance demand among many water uses, including drinking, business and industry, environmental health, agriculture, and recreation.
First key area of focus is in river management, and our big push in river management is going to be to improve our flood prediction capabilities and our flood management and response capabilities, to work to continue the SAWS project and keep that project moving, and to contribute to the state water planning efforts so that we can meet water supply demands of our customers now and in the future. The second area of focus for us is in the hydroelectric generating area. And we manage 13 hydroelectric generating units at LCRA dams. And in that area, we're going to be continuing the rehabilitation and updating of those hydro units so that they will operate more efficiently, and so that we can increase the input from those units so that they will continue to be an important part of our renewables portfolio and continue to offer a low-cost green power supply to our electric customers. And in the water and wastewater utility area, we're working to make organizational improvements and to make operational and financial system improvements so that we'll be in a stronger position to meet the demands of our customers, which are growing significantly in the water and wastewater utility area moving forward. I think the key is to keep our mission in mind, that we are responsible for protection of the Colorado River and the natural resources of the Colorado River, but we're also a utility provider. And so the key is to always keep both pieces of that mission in mind as we make utility development decisions. The fourth area is in the irrigation area, and in our irrigation districts, our focus is going to be on providing cost-managed, reliable water service to support the economic health of our irrigation customers and the lower counties of our basin.
Community services works to enhance the quality of life in our service area by providing public services such as natural resource protection and education, public safety, community and economic development, natural resource conservation, and parks.
Community Services reinvests 85% of all the funding it receives back into the communities to improve the quality of life for Central Texans. So with that said, we'll be investing 85% of nearly $25 million back into the communities that we serve. And that is a tremendous impact to the communities and the folks that live within Central Texas. We have a $7.2 million project that we will be completing by the summer of 2006, and that's our Matagorda Bay Nature Park. Elements of that park include some birding platforms, kayak trails, a public park located at the very end of the beach access road down there. And we'll actually have a conservation center for education programs. The third thing that Community Services will do in FY 2006 is begin the process of developing a vision for development of our properties around Lake Travis. This is going to be a significant challenge given the population growth that we're experiencing, the amount of development that we're experiencing around Lake Travis. So we're going to start the process to develop a vision that will guide us in developing those properties and putting parks and amenities in place to help address the demand for future recreational experiences.
Corporate Services provides financial oversight and support, such as accounting, financial planning, facilities management, telecommunications, and technology support to all LCRA business units. External Affairs and Corporate Communications manage public relations, public policy, and external communications.
Corporate Services really takes into consideration both our internal relationships and our external relationships. Internally, we focus in on communicating to our employees, paying our employees benefits, diversity, which is a real big initiative for us this year, and make sure that everybody feels included in their work environment so that we truly have an inclusive place to work and are known to be inclusive. Externally, it's really about the communities in which our constituents live, where we operate, where we do business, how they view us, the relationships that we have with them, and really understanding about the public input process. How best can we open up our ears to what the public has to say to us about what we're doing, and then take that information and use it and put it to work back for those communities and back for LCRA. So one of the things we do on a very regular basis is to look at our pay and our benefits in comparison to the world outside of LCRA to ensure that we're competitive there. And we remain committed to asking for input from employees when it comes to benefits, programs that they would like, and
prioritization of programs, and we remain committed to providing competitive benefits.
On behalf of the board, as the chairman of the LCRA Board of Directors, I'd like to thank the staff and all the employees that gave such an incredible effort in presenting and developing the 2006 business plan. As a businessman, I realize that this business plan is the roadmap and the lifeline we need to make policy by this board. And we want to thank you for all the work you've done and the incredible job that we've done to making our job as board members easier in providing the policy for this agency.
As we move forward, LCRA is well positioned to meet the growing needs of our customers, constituents, and stakeholders. The Board of Directors, the management team, and every employee, I believe, are committed to fulfilling our mission as stewards of the beautiful Colorado River, providing low-cost electric and water utility services, and improving the quality of life for the people of Texas. We have an incredible opportunity to make a difference every day, and together, I know we can.